Hi, we are Lee and Debbie Swaggerty, and as a church, we're going to be reading through the scriptures for Holy Week. So we'll be reading from John 13:1 through 17. Jesus washes the disciples' feet. It was just before the Passover feast, and Jesus knew that the time had come for him to leave this world and go to the Father. Having loved his own who were in the world, he now showed them the full extent of his love. The evening meal was being served, and the devil had already prompted Judas Iscariot, son of Simon, to betray Jesus. Jesus knew that the Father had put all things under his power, and that he had come from God and was returning to God. So he got up from the meal, took off his outer clothing, and wrapped a towel around his waist. After that, he poured water into a basin and began to wash the disciples' feet, drying them with the towel that was wrapped around him. He came to Simon Peter, who said to him, "Lord, are you going to wash my feet?" Jesus replied, "You do not realize now what I am doing, but later you will understand." "Now," said Peter, "you will never wash my feet." And Jesus answered, "Unless I wash you, you have no part with me." Then, Lord," Simon Peter replied, "not just my feet, but my hands and my head as well."
Jesus said to him, "The one who has bathed does not need to wash, except for his feet, but is completely clean. And you are clean, but not every one of you." For he knew who was to betray him. That was why he said, "Not all of you are clean." When he had washed their feet and put on his outer garments and resumed his place, he said to them, "Do you understand what I have done to you? You call me teacher and Lord, and you are right, for so I am. If I then, your Lord and teacher, have washed your feet, you also ought to wash one another's feet. For I have given you an example, that you also should do just as I have done to you. Truly, truly, I say to you, a servant is not greater than his master, nor is a messenger greater than the one who sent him. If you know these things, blessed are you if you do them."
So just want to close with prayer. So thank you, Lord, for who you are. Thank you that we can come to you today in the middle of all the chaos in the world and know that you are faithful and know that you are in control of all things. Thank you for teaching us about true servanthood. Thank you for teaching us that it is important for us to be able to wash one another's feet, care for one another, and serve one another well. God, we thank you so much for this day. We thank you so much for our church and the people who have been able to be a part of it. Thank you for who you give us to minister to. Thank you, Lord, for Jesus, and it's in his name I pray. Alrighty.
Amen.
Thank you guys so much for being a part of this, and thank you for tuning in today. We love you guys.